Packers 101. I hope you all had a good Sunday. I know I did. And today we're going to be breaking down the Green Bay Packers 38 to 20 victory over the Chicago Bears. In the preview video of this game, I said that the matchup of this game would most likely be decided by the Packers defensive line versus the Chicago Bears offensive line. And watching the game, it was very clear to see who won that matchup. The Packers D line absolutely dominated the Bears O line. And honestly, the Chicago Bears looked just like last year. Fields was under pressure just about every play. He was forced to run out. He made some great escapes. So credit to Justin Fields. His elusiveness, probably the best scrambling quarterback in the league, even over Lamar Jackson at this point. Justin Fields is that guy when it comes to scrambling. But as a passer, once again, he was very inconsistent this game. He made a few good throws, but overall, he just didn't look clean in the pocket. You can attribute some of that to pressure, but I think that the Bears need to realize that Justin Fields is never going to be this guy where you can just drop him back and he's going to be Tom Brady. Like, you got to use his running game in the offense, and I think that Luke Getsky is very hesitant to do that. Why? I couldn't say, but Justin Fields is one of the best running QBs in the league. You have to design your offense to help best utilize that. And I said that I wasn't too concerned with DJ Moore if he was matched up with Jair Alexander. I was more concerned with Darnell Mooney. And that concern was right. Darnell Mooney was the leading receiver for Chicago. He had 4 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. So Darnell Mooney definitely had a good game. With all that said, let's get into the box score now. So Jordan Love, in his Packers debut, went 15 for 27, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Statistically, pretty great. I mean, you can't ask for too much better than that in your quarterback's first true start. Very happy with Jordan Love today. On the ground, Aaron Jones had 9 carries for 41 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a carry, and scored a touchdown as well. A.J. Dillon, for whatever reason, could not get it going on the ground. He had 13 carries, most on the team, but only for 19 yards, averaging only 1.5 yards a carry. So Dillon definitely didn't have a good game, but I'm looking forward to his bounce back week 2. And receiving, Aaron Jones led us with 2 receptions for 86 yards, both of them going long. One was the screen that went for 51 yards, and then the touchdown on 4th and 3. Aaron Jones was the MVP of the offense this game. We were struggling, we were stalling while he wasn't getting the ball, and the second we give him the ball, the offense explodes. It's almost like he's our best player and should use him. Not pointing any fingers. But yes, Aaron Jones had a very good game. He also had a touchdown in the air. Luke Musgrave had 3 receptions for 50 yards. Most of his yards came on a broken play, but that was still very cool to watch. If only he could have stayed up and scored the touchdown, that would have been cool. Jaden Reed also had a good game, 2 receptions for 48 yards, and he made a lot of clutch plays on third down and times where we really needed to extend the drive. Jaden Reed was sensational. He also had a really big punt return, so Jaden Reed in his first NFL game, nothing but praise. And we can't forget about the hero who caught 2 touchdowns, Romeo Doubs. He had 4 receptions for 26 yards and 2 touchdowns. He made 2 great catches in the end zone, the second one being really impressive. He just completely mossed the cornerback who was covering him. So Romeo Doubs, credit to you. Taking a look at the defense, Devontae Wyatt had 1.5 sacks. He had a pretty good game. He was getting penetration all game. Lucas Van Ness also had a really impressive sack on Justin Fields as he was trying to escape. Van Ness, for a guy that big, he's got a lot of speed. And Quay Walker obviously had the pick six. That was very impressive. And also Kenny Clark had 0.5 sack. So Packers defense just really got after the Bears today. Like, even from the first snap to the last snap, the Packers were constantly getting pressure. So I'm very happy with the progress that this defensive line has made in the offseason. Now, taking a quick look over at the Bears side of things, Justin Fields went 24 for 37, 216 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. That interception being returned for a touchdown. And on the ground, Fields is the leading rusher at 9 carries for 59 yards, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. And to be honest, 9 carries for Justin Fields, that's not enough. With the speed he has and the game-changing ability to run the ball as a scrambler, he should be having the ball at least 15, 16 times a game. And behind him, Khalil Herbert also had 9 carries for 27 yards, averaging 3 a carry. The Bears, outside of Justin Fields, really didn't get too much going on the ground. The Packers' defensive line was just getting too much pressure, and there were really no run lanes. So credit to the Packers' defensive line there for shutting down the Bears' run game. We covered it earlier. Receiving, Darnell Mooney was the number one wide receiver, and it wasn't even close, really. 4 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. Kmet was second with 5 receptions for 44 yards. And the player that I really want to talk about in the Bears the most is DJ Moore. A pretty disappointing debut, to be honest. I mean, 2 receptions for 25 yards. That's all that the number one receiver you traded for the number one overall pick gets. Now, I think that the main reason for that was because Jair Alexander shadowed him, and that's a tough matchup for anybody, let alone someone like DJ Moore, who I think is a great receiver, but Jair has shut down some of the best in the league. So I don't think that's too much a fault on DJ Moore, and rather praise for Jair Alexander. Another position group for the Packers that I want to give a lot of credit to is the Packers' offensive line. They protected Jordan Love very well, allowing only 1 sack, and it was towards the end of the half. But Jordan Love had almost all day to throw back there. And I said in the previous video, if Jordan Love gets time against what I presumed was a still bad Bears defensive line, then Jordan Love was going to have a good day no matter what his talent level was. And that's exactly what happened. When you give a quarterback that much time, especially one that's studied the game for under Rodgers as long as Love has, he's going to have a good day. So that was also a pretty big matchup, both on the offense and defensive front. The line, the Packers dominated that matchup, and that's what led to the blowout, to be honest, more than anything else. But with all that said, Week 1 is officially in the books for the Packers, and they're starting 1-0. So I couldn't have asked for a much better start from the Packers, to be honest. And Chicago Bears fans, I know that it was a very disappointing loss. I know that there were a lot of expectations coming into this year, but don't give up hope yet. It's only one game. The Bears will figure it themselves out. They got a lot of new talent. They just need some time to adjust. That's all. So don't give up hope just yet. And anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm looking forward to the Packers Week 2 game versus the Atlanta Falcons. I will make a preview video on that in the near future. And if there's anything that I missed about the Packers versus Bears games that you want to comment and talk about, I will respond to every comment I see. So I hope you all have a good day. See you next time.